thanks everybody. You know, I actually agreed to come here without actually knowing that many people in the audience would be dressed up as Marty and Doc. If I had known that, I would have agreed even faster. For those of you who don't know, I am very new to my job at Main Street America, and so I'm still learning what this job is all about. And I have to say, I am incredibly grateful to John and Annika for arranging just the most mind-blowing day today. I mean, it's like kind of a joke how many main streets we hit in the entire day today. They really arranged an incredible educational experience for me, and I'm super, super grateful to this amazing team in Oakland County. But I have to say, like, the thing that impresses me the most is actually being on these main streets with you all, the people who are doing the work of Main Street every single day. I learned so much from all of you today. I really appreciate all the time that you spent with me. It means so much to me. You all are visionaries. You see things that do not exist and are not going to come to fruition for many, many years. You persevere, you're determined, and you work so hard to bring new things to life. It is an incredible sight to behold. I've learned so much from all of you today, and I'm so grateful to you. There's a lot of things that I really love about this Main Street movement, and you know, I have built my entire career on this idea that local knowledge is best, and that the people who live in place are the people who are the best positioned to create the solutions and carry them out for the places where they live. And I see that every single day in this Main Street work. Before today, I had only visited 8 main streets. Now I can say that I've wrapped up the day and I've now visited 18 main streets in the Main Street America. I haven't fully digested everything that I've learned, but I want to continue to invite something that I've asked for before. But if you haven't heard from me yet, I'm really trying to figure out how we talk about this work. This work is super complex. I've heard people describe their jobs as being cheerleaders, as being, firefighters, as being cat herders. There is a complexity of things that you do to make main streets these wonderful places where people live and thrive. And so I'm really interested to hear from you how you describe this work. I have gotten a few emails from people since I made this request. A woman in Minnesota named Shannon told me that does anyone here do Dungeons and Dragons? I do not do this. She told me that to her D&D friends, she describes herself as the DM of Main Streets. I have no idea what that means. But I'm interested to hear from you how you describe this work. On a trolley earlier today, I heard this from a few people in Oxford, and I think I'm going to say this wrong, but Lake Orion described your work to me. All right, thank you. So please come tell me, email me, ask John and Annika to put us in touch and tell me about how you talk about your work so I can understand it better. And then I wanted to share a couple reflections that I have. So I think we talk about this work as being economic development a lot, and I think that we're also engineers of civic infrastructure. I think that there's this idea, especially like small town downtowns are mostly for tourists. Have you guys ever heard about this idea of going cuting? I have a friend who says that she goes cuting. Cuting is when you take a iced coffee and you walk down a street and you look at the windows and you go, oh, cute, and you don't buy anything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going cuting, and I have gone cuting many times. But I think that real places are so much more than just cuting. You need to make sure that places are tailored not just for tourists, but they're for the people who live there. They're third places. They're places where we can be regulars, where we can encounter people with enough frequency that we get to know each other and we build bonds and we know that we have a sense of community, a real community that we can rely on when things get tough. And these places don't just happen by accident. They're cultivated out of a deep knowledge about what people know is going to work for places, and they are thoughtfully and deliberately created from places that strengthen the sense of community and civic life for the people who live in them. I think there are many examples of this in the network. The second thing is I see Main Streeters as healers against that epidemic of loneliness and isolation. Every single time in these 10 Main Streets that I visited today, Main Streeters know everyone in town. You know everyone. You cannot walk a block without bumping into someone you know and talking to 10 people about everything. There's this sense of belonging that's critical to both mental and physical health, and it literally helps us live longer. Main Streeters do so much to help the communities feel seen and listened to and like they belong. And this is evident in everything that we do. The last thing is, I know that we have an important role to play in creating equitable place governance. We are keepers of the processes and the structures by which we build places that truly serve everyone. This doesn't just happen once, but it's on an ongoing basis. We do this by iteratively reassessing and shifting our approach and listening to the community and getting feedback and trying new things and being innovative. Equitable place governance means that everyone is continually creating this new place for and by everyone. It requires deep listening, humility, and open-mindedness, and it means making trade-offs about how we use our funding and our privilege and our connections. And it means thinking really broadly and creatively about what we add and what our role can be. I don't want to say anything else because I feel like my head is swimming from all of the things that I learned today. So I'm going to just wrap up and just say that I am so grateful to the Main Street Oakland County team for inviting me here and letting me be a part of this and learning from this experience. You all are doing hard, important work. And I know that there are many days where things feel impossible and you just want to give up and just say screw it. But you don't, and you just come back and you try again. And then the next year, that vision that you had, it actually works that time. And that is so important. It's important to the community that you are in. It's important to the entire county and to the region. And it's important for all of us in this country together. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for inviting me here today, and thank you for inviting me to your communities.